This is more like a educational video for those who do not like to do their own oil change and what they can encounter. So this vehicle is new to my wife and I. It's a 2008 model, and judging by how it is, it's probably never been worked on by the owner, and it's always been taken to the dealer and have the dealer or the a technician do the maintenance on it and whatnot. So this is what I discovered when I was changing the oil. Um, I loosened the oil pan, oil plug, and the oil came out, and that was fine. And then when it came to loosening the oil filter housing here, and guess what happened? As I was loosening it, I heard a crack, no, a crack, and then oil started gushing out, and I was like, what the heck? What did I do wrong? And I doubted myself for a minute, and I go, no, this is how I've always changed these cartridge, um, and there's no way I could have broken anything. But it was weird because it wasn't loose, but oil started gushing, and I heard a crack. So I continued using gorilla strength to loosen it, and this is what I found. There was a crack right here, and I found out that this is plastic. Now my question to Toyota is, why would you make something like this out of plastic? Because we all know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that plastic gets brittle as it ages, and that's what happened to this one. So anyway, um, I was about to put the new cartridge on in and reinstall this thing when I discovered that, check this out, you can see sunlight in here. Okay, no more sunlight, sunlight, no more sunlight, sunlight. See, the crack was so bad that it made a hole in here. So this thing is a piece of junk now. So I called Toyota and I asked them, why the heck did you guys make this out of plastic? Guess what the parts person said? You're not the only guy who asked me that. I don't know why Toyota made it out of plastic, maybe to save money, cost, but that's just how it is. So I asked him, do you have any aluminum housing? Because the older 3.5 liter engine, the oil filter housing is made out of aluminum. Okay, so I asked them, they go, no, they don't have any. It's only plastic. So here it is. Had to run to the dealer. $51 later, I have a new one. This is the new part, exact duplicate. Plastico. Haha. Part number, just in case you are wondering. Okay, it really sucks. I hate plastic. So, I'm going to show you how to tighten this back into your car. And hopefully next time when you do your oil change, you won't run into a situation like how I ran into that situation here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the seals back here, and I'm going to take this thing out. This is the only metal piece. Can you believe that? Man. I'm going to take this out and put a new seal in there. And, oh, look, this is actually metal. Okay, so anyway, anywho, Toyota, you suck. You did everything else right except this. You suck on this. So anyway, I'm going to take this, I'm going to put seals back in here. Okay, and then I'm going to reinstall this, and I'll show you how to reinstall this correctly. Okay, at least in my book, how I've always been taught, okay, from high school. So anyway, if you take your car to the dealer to get it installed, to get it, what do you call it, to get oil change or to Jiffy Lube, watch out. When they tighten these, they don't really care if it's your car or not. What they'll do is they'll gorilla tighten this, and the next time you go in and you try to take this off, being that it's plastic, you're gonna get this broken, cracked housing. Like, where's the sunlight there? Okay, so I'll show you. So these are the seals, all right? There's a seal in here already. So I'm gonna take this out I put a new seal in here. This is the old one, but I've already put a seal in here. But I want to show you how I do this. Okay, if you now this thing right here, this kit, the oil filter kit here comes with new seals. So what you need to do, if you just unpackage this and just put this thing here, what you'll run into is that with rubber seal, as time goes by, it'll stick to here, okay, and it'll be very hard for you to take it to remove. So how I do this is I rub, this is oil, okay, I rub this with oil, okay, so that it has some sort of a lubricant, so that when you tighten this and next time when you remove this, it doesn't stick to the housing like that, okay. So what you want to do, this is the new seal. We'll lube this with oil, okay. You see this shit right here? There's a little indentation here, okay. What you want to do is you want to put this here like that. Okay, and then put this here, tighten it like that. Now you don't want to gorilla torque this. The reason is because you want to be able to, there, that's it. You want to be able to loosen this next time. Okay, there. So then, when you go underneath, how I've always done mine, okay, when you go underneath your car and tighten this thing back, okay, when it's tightened with your hand, tighten it as hard as you can, and move it back a little bit like that, and just leave it. And that's how I've always done it. I've never have any issue. Maybe if you're a Toyota guy, that's not how you guys do it. You're gonna give me grief. I don't care. This is my car, and so I don't want to have issues with breaking this. It's a pain in the butt. Okay, and so that's why I do it. Tighten this as hard as I can with my hand, loosen it just a tad bit, and then the next time when you go back, you'll be able to loosen it with your hand. And because you have a seal here, it's not gonna spill oil anywhere once you're done with your oil replacement. Okay guys, so once you get your filter assembled, okay, this is how I do it, how I've always done it, how I was taught to do it, and this is the way I do it. People could disagree, but I don't care. Alright, so I tighten this hard as I can with my hand, okay? Finger tight. It'll keep going. Okay, so that's tight. Okay, so that's tight. So what I do, I turn it back a little bit like this. So this is how I've always done it, this way. In the future, when you come back and you change this oil, you can either loosen it with your hand or loosen it with your tool. And this is how I've always done it, how I was taught to do it. The reason is because the heat that comes in, that results from the engine, will basically make this thing cease, and you won't be able to loosen this next time if you make it tight. And that's how I've always done it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are.